What's up, guys? Bull by the Fell-Handed here, bringing you the Art of the Sherman Firefly Part 5. Here we are on Pacific Island War. The Greens occupy the southeast side of the board. The Reds occupy the northwest side of the board. Now, there are two obvious ways I could take this tank. Obviously, left or right. The middle is kind of for the scouts and the suicidal, of which I am neither. Now, in this particular case, I am going to go left. The idea here is I am going to support others. Now, I am top dog in this tank. As you can see also, I have changed my ammunition loadout to reflect 50-50, which is kind of what I recommend. I'm not a big fan of high X because it is so random, except of course the KV2, which it is so funny. Now, I'm moving up here, and there's a good number of greens ahead of me, and the idea here is they're going to spot my targets, they're going to soak up damage for me while I go in and do the killing. This is how your mentality needs to be. This is what you need to be thinking about when you roll up into this position. How can I use everything on the board to the best of my ability? This includes the greens. In which way can I use the greens? Now, granted, of course, you can't just tell the greens to go this way and take rounds. You have to follow them because they're going to go their own way. You can't necessarily control them, and the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. So, in this case, we're not really getting a whole lot of shots. Everybody has good cover. We're losing greens left and right. And the issue here is that I find myself on the front line. I am the only tank between them and the greens behind me. I am not crazy about this whatsoever. But things need to get done. So we're going in here and we're going to see if we can get rid of this Jackson. This tank does not have exceptional depression. Something you just kind of have to be wary of. You need to be used to it. Now, I'm going for the tracks here, or at least I was trying to, and then I decided I would just much rather put a round in him because he was more or less pulling out and taking rounds anyway, so I kind of got the vibe that he was going to continue to do that. That's kind of why, you could tell I was aiming for the tracks, and then I changed my mind at the last minute and said, you know what, let's just shoot the guy. So we're going to go right here, and we're just going to get rid of that guy, get him off the board. We've got another one rushing up here. Going to see if we can't put a round in his cap. Ended up bouncing there or missing, I can't tell. And things are going well considering I'm up here more or less by myself. The greens are hundreds of meters behind me. Things are going well. My plan of using the greens to their fullest potential of course died out when they immediately came over here and got killed off. Moiki teak. So I need to do things myself. Now, you'll notice I'm not running any APCR at this time. Normally I only do this when I'm fighting, tough tanks. Nothing so far has really, resisted my rounds, so to speak. Everything has more or less been soft targets for me due to the standard high penetration of this gun. Artillery is just going to sit here and let me kill him. Thank you so much. And we're going to move on. We're advancing towards their cap right now. If I were them, I would probably put somebody out here and put a stop to this, because so far I'm just, I'm on a rampage. I am detected, I am spotted. Someone has their gun on me, and I'm not a fan of that. If I go to the right of the rock, somebody spots me. Over here, I'm just sixth sensed. Somebody's got eyes on me, and I'm not crazy about that. It was probably a spotter or artillery with binos or something. So, I moved a little bit. We went ahead and finished off another artillery. And I'm just, I'm over here in their cap, and I'm just kind of going ham. I'm just trying to, take care of business over here. We've got a guy rolling up. I make a bad, poor shot. Sometimes you're going to look back on this stuff and just be like, what in the world was I even aiming at? And that was one of those situations where, I'm just like, that was a god-awful shot. So the only thing we can do better is move on and get better. That didn't make sense. But anyway, moving on. the idea here is, this guy's a one-shot. I really want to get him off the board. He's loitering around. He probably should have pulled out of range and kind of sniped at me. That would have been his best bet. But for some reason, he's just kind of driving around. I'm not going to miss him again. I missed him once. I'm not going to miss him again. And, you know, these guys are capping right now. I said defend the base as a joke because I'm the only one left. They're going to cap it out versus try to send somebody back here and finish me off. I'm not crazy about that, but sometimes that's all that's going to happen. Is, you know, granted, it's all about the win. I understand that. But sometimes, you know, you just have to say, hey, can we get this guy off the board or what? I fire there and miss. I mean, there's just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of tank I can hit. I fire again because for some reason I thought I could hit him. I think that's Einstein's definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. But you know what? You've got to try. I just had just a tiny, tiny bit of a shot. So the idea here is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to catch him. And I am going to just annihilate him. And there's multiple arties over here, so you know that's good for me. He's actually leading me to the rest of them, so I can kill them. He tried to fire in the wall there and kill himself. Now at this point, I have quite a number of kills, and I think they realize they better cap, or I may assassinate the entire team. Which, you know, probably wouldn't happen. I am more or less a 1 or a 2 shot. I would go out there, they would spot me, and I would die. But you know what? We're having fun. We're driving around. We've killed half the team. We're doing okay. We're doing well. We're doing things. And you know, we lost. Sometimes you're going to lose. So, 1687 damage, 170 blocked, 146 assists. We did okay. Guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.